Right, I've locked up the car. I've got the barrier off the bridge here, so I can just walk straight over and join the dogway on the other side. And I'll just put it back on the banisters here on the way back out. But like I said, this is just like a quick stop for to let him go down by the cottage and he can go for a plodge in the water if he wants to. We've drove from South Shields and I've had to follow diversion signs and all, so I just want to let the dog out as soon as possible so he can, as you can see, he's getting all excited now because he can run about. I was just wondering, with the gate being opened, like the scouts are going to be coming to camping here, so it looks like it could be just a quick visit, because if they turn up I'll just have to leave, get back in the car and drive back out. Good boy, son, good boy. Or even if it's just to let him out for a few minutes, so he can go and do his business and his weeds and what have you. But this cottage is set in beautiful countryside, as you can see. It's absolutely stunning. Now I was going to put my bloody leg gaiters on. I thought, I'll not be walking very far in any long grass. And here we are, walking through long grass, but the path is mostly flagstone, so there's no long grass really. Right, what's in there? Good boy, son, good boy. Sand martins or swallows, wherever they are, they're coming out the nest and flying in front of us. Going out that way. We've got the nests up in the corners of the windows as usual, as you can see. There he goes, there's one just come out. Right, grass is getting really long now, so brushing through this, you get your legs absolutely soaking wet. Right, come on, son, away. It was slightly raining last night as well, so that won't help. You going for a drink, son? Go and get a drink. Away, go and get a drink, son. Good boy. So you can hear the sand martins going in and out of all these nests that they've got on the corners of the windows. Good boy, son, good boy. Right, he may go down for a plodge and get a drink now, hopefully. I wanted to come out early as well because it was supposed to be going to be hot this afternoon, and with walking him too far he gets really, really hot and panting like hell, so with it still being a bit chilly, it's not too bad, so he'll not get too hot and pant constantly like he does. How are you, son? How are you? How are you? Right, so this is Aikenshire Burn going in front of the cottages here. How are you, son? Yeah. How are you? How are you? Oh, you're there. I didn't hear you come past us, son. Good boy, good boy. Right. Good boy, son. Eating grass as usual. He's always eating grass. That's why I love to come to my house, because he's straight in the back garden and chewing away at the grass straight away. Whereas Natalie's just got like a small backyard type thing, no grass. So he loves to come to my house because I'm constantly taking him up by the golf course wall where it's all long grass and my garden's long grass. Right. Right, I'll have a quick tinkle myself. What you got, son? What you got? So my daughter's coming this way tomorrow, but like I say, it's to be turning off at Greenhoff and going up through the village and then past the village and then veer off to the left to go around to the yurts, where the entrance is just like an old church on the single track lane that you drive around there. Right, just make sure I didn't trip over these stones now. I'm glad that's all walked down. That somebody's been walking up and doing that grass there and flattened it. What you got, son? What you got? Good boy. What are you doing? Are you eating all the grass, man? What are you doing? You think you're a grasshopper? Yeah. So you can see all the swifts and sand martins and that flying around. It's quite a big place, these cottages and all. So at least that's answered my question. The road is still closed off, but you can come round here using the diversions. Yeah, get a drink, son. Come here, get a drink. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, son. Good boy, get a drink, son. Get a drink. Good boy, son, good boy. Howie, Howie. Come on, then. Yeah. Howie, come on. Good boy, come on. Come on, Howie, come on. Come on. Howie, come on, you, cheeky. Come on. I'm watching you. Just keep taking photographs of them. Well, it's a tiny little car park that you come round off the road comes down on a slope, and you come to the wooden barrier gate, which is pushed open and it's got the padlock on the far side. So that's why I think they're probably going to be coming here to use this today, especially when they've left the gate open. So when they come down with they normally come in some white transit vans with the scouts. Then they start carrying all their stuff across the bridge and bring it into the house for staying over. He's enjoying just running through the long grass. Oh, son, Howie, Howie. Good boy, son. Come on then. Howie. Good boy. What are you doing in there, you? What are you doing? Good boy, son. Just watching those birds flying around. It's like when he's in the back garden and he's looking up on the roof all the time watching the pigeons. I broke some bread up and I was throwing it in the garden for the pigeons. He was going up and pinching it. He doesn't like the pigeons coming in his garden. Get a drink, son. Get a drink. Get a drink. Good boy, son. Good boy, son. Good boy. See how the water splashes on you back off the long grass. Go and get a drink, then. Go and get a drink. Good boy. Right, so what I want to do is the reason why I've drove down this time, because normally I just leave the car up on the top and I set up my time lapse pointing down the valley there towards where the bridges are further down. But I've drove down here because I'll be going continuing over to go towards Newcastleton via the where the cyclists come over from Scotland over to Kielder here. Bloody flies and midges, oh man. Right, back up we go. Here he comes, knock on head. How are you, son? How are you? Come on in, good boy, son. Good boy. Right, back on the path. I'm trying to avoid the long grass as much as I can because my legs are starting to get soaking wet. Right, so that's the kitchen. Who's that handsome bastard there? Hello, son. It felt strange because I haven't been out for weeks on end, and I'm, you know, like when I'm normally switched on and I know exactly what I've got to pick up, put in the car, charge up my batteries, get my cameras out, get, you know, when you get in a routine. But because I haven't been out for weeks, it was taking us ages to get myself in order, to remember everything I've got to do for coming down. But if you look on the top of the bank there, you can see that stick sticking up there through the bushes. But that's one of the cyclists' markers for going over towards Kielder. But you can't, I mean, they'll be able to get along probably because the road's closed off to cars. But I think you can still get through via cycles and walking. There's a boat that's normally full of flowers. It's like a nice flower presentation. How are, son? How are? Well, he's definitely not like Con. He's just gone straight across the bridge and he's not worried. He's over there now in front of the car. How are, son? How are? Come on. How are? How are, son? Come on in. How are? Just checking his recall and all. How are, son? Come on. Good boy. How are? How are? How are? Because he's never been off the leader with for a while. So I'm just double checking he's going to come back when I shout for good boy, son, good boy. Are you a good boy for your granda? Who's a good boy for his granda? And you? There's loads of shorts get put up on Facebook now, and loads of people have got these as bullies and that. And they've all got young children that they're cuddling them and everything. And obviously they stand guard over the kids. There's a couple of videos of cane corsos, and they're bloody huge, and they've got their ears cut, and they're just like solid muscle. They're like a small cow, and they're just standing up watching the property and watching the kids playing in the garden and that. And they just look really a nasty piece of work. You don't want to be breaking into their property. You wouldn't get out alive, I don't think. But yeah, this is all getting really badly overgrown. Like, what you doing, son? Right, are we going to our next location? I just want to drive further along the road, son. So come on, away, and I'll let you about it again. Come on, we're going now. I'm glad they patched up this bit of pathway going onto the bridge as well, because it was all dropping to bits. Right, come on then. Good boy. Good boy. He's happy to be off the lead, look, running about. Right, I'll put this little barrier back up across the wood beams here, and then just jump back in the car and drive out of here. Turn left and go down the bottom. It's quite a distance from here to go to Newcastleton via the cycle trail. What's that back on there? Right, open the car and get him back in. Unlock. Right, come on, son. Here, Howie. Come on, Howie. Come on, Howie. Come on, son. Where is he? Howie. Come on, son. Come on, Howie. Come on, Howie. Come on, good boy. Hop, hop. Good boy, good boy. Hey, sit, sit. Good boy. Where you been? You're not supposed to leave me. You're supposed to watch as you. I'm watching you. Right, sit there, sit. Watch your paws. Watch. Right, sit down, sit down. Good boy. We're going now. Are we going now? Good boy. Right, switch off. Right, that's the car locked up. Dog's out. I've been throwing sticks backwards and forwards for him because he's starting to sell now. I've tried to call him back and he won't come back. So in other words, I won't be able to get him on his leader if I have to get him on his leader in a hurry. So I'm just going to walk so far along here towards the Newcastle wooden bridge and then start coming back towards where the car's parked. Yeah. Go and get some. But this is what I wanted to do, have a good runabout off his leader. We're in the middle of Kielder Forest, there's nobody around, there's no workmen going on, it's Sunday morning. I've parked right back off the track, out the way of everything and everybody. Oh, this is totally flooded, this bit here. Just trying to find stepping stones to get over where the water is. Right, come on, son, Howie. Right, I brought his leader just in case. But after a while, when he's had a good run about, he started to tire out anyway, so he'll probably come back with us and go on his leader willingly instead of trying to run away from us all the time. But you can see there's the cycle post there on the right hand side, which indicates the pathway coming from NEWCASTLETON. Sounds like there's a stream running underneath here. Yep. Right. So I walked all the way from Willowbog cottage right along here, and I went right over to NEWCASTLETON, and I didn't realise it was going to be 17 miles at the time. So but I just kept on going because I'd never been along here before. Now what I remember about this path is that you go so far along that it starts going down a steep, skinny path like this, and then it bends round the right at the bottom, and that's where you go over the wooden bridge into NEWCASTLETON side. But this is the whole purpose of bringing him out into the countryside, well away from everything and everybody, so I can let him off the leader and he can wander about on his own and just enjoy the countryside like I do. We've seen a few deer crossing in front of one and rabbits and the usual. There's a beautiful robin just landed on the branches just as I started walking away from the car. Really, really red breast. Looks like they've cut this track back just recently. So it's nice to get back out to relax and enjoy being out in the countryside again, getting a bit of fresh air. Because I've been really busy buying new kitchen furniture and getting a new big TV put up on my wall, 65-inch job. Good boy, son, good boy. New fridge freezer, because I had my old one was over 20 odd years old, and because my cooker didn't spark and light the ovens and that anymore, I decided to get a new cooker as well by Canon hot point again, because obviously the old one had lasted over 20 odd years as well. Because when I was working offshore on the drilling side in 1989, of course I was getting good money, so I just bought all my furniture for the kitchen, all black, cash. And of course it's just getting to that point now where that old and there's little things going wrong with them. So I thought it's time to renew. So I've just getting one of the big American fridge freezers. Like I say, a new Cooker Black Hot Point Cannon, or Cannon by Hot Point. Black it once again with a glass lid that shuts off the gas when you put the lid down. Safety factor. I mean, I got it for £100. It's like literally brand new. So I was lucky in that sense. And the American fridge freezer, how much did I pay for that? 200 and... Or was it 290? 280, well 280, 290, somewhere around there. So all my kit just done, and I've got my big massive TV up on the wall for watching me movies and stuff when I'm lying on the settee. So I'm quite happy. Right, so as you can see, we're going downhill now on the skinny path, and that's what leads you down. You come to an S-bend where you go round to the right, and then round to the left, and then just drop down further down, and that's what takes you down the wooden bridge. So I've done well today. I've learned diversions of how to get along here if Bloody Bush Road is closed, which it looks like it's going to be for the next couple of months. But I've been really distracted as well by other things that go on in my life, with especially the DVLA and corrupt courts trying to fine you and get money out of you, and it pisses you off when you know what they're doing, when they send you letters and your first name and your middle name start with small letters, but they put your surname with a capital letter to make it out to be a corporation, so they as a corporation can sort of like make like they're contracting with you, and that's how they screw you out of money. So I'm going through that at the moment. I've got 2 cases going, but I can get stuffed. I'm hoping things that's happening now with Trump getting back into office, Nasara and Jassara are going to cut in. All our laws are going to go back to common law instead of Admiralty law like we are underneath the 1871 UK Act, which the royalty, the Queen brought out, which is enslaved all. Just make them out to be corporations. So all the courts and everything are corrupt, and they obviously just do as they're told from the globalists that they work for. So when you get letters, have a look at your name and have a look at your surname, especially that it'll start with a capital letter D. Mine's D, obviously, and that's their way of like conning you into getting money out of you. But I went one better. I contacted the common law courts and I registered my legal fiction name. So literally I bought my name back, so they are not supposed to be able to get money out of me through a fake contract, if you like, because I'm proven with registering my name in the common law courts that I'm a living soul and I'm not a dead man lost at sea, because that's what I'm making out to be. So a corporation can contract with a corporation, and that's why they do it. So they're just covering themselves for them taking money off you. And that's what they've been doing for absolute years. And it's the same as the DVLA. When you sign the dotted line, as the registered keeper, all that is just for them to be able to contact you and send you letters for parking, no tax. That's all it's for, is so they've got somebody to send it to, the letters to the address that you're registered to, so they can con money out of you. And tax is not law. Road tax is not law. It's a statute, and that's not law. So they've been conning motorists for absolutely years. So what I'd like to ask is every motorist to go to the local police station and walk in and say, I'd like to report a crime. And then when I say, what crime? To say, well, the DVLA are conning tax out of us where it's not law, and they've been getting away with it since the end of World War II. Now the police, they're told what to do by the higher up globalists as well, so they've got their hands tied, so that's why nothing's been done about it. But it's, I mean, if enough people go into the local police stations and report the crime, they've got to do something about it. Because when all the court systems come to arrest all these con men, if you like, when the police turn around and say, oh, I was just doing my job, that doesn't cut it. Because the police are there to protect us, the people. Right. So when I got pulled up by the police for having no insurance on my car, and my car got lifted, so it's all right for them to do that to us, but they won't follow through with the DVLA and stop them illegally taxing us motorists. But it's a two-way system. Where judicial system is bent to hell, very corrupt. Where you been? Where you been? Did you knock off in the trees, you? Where you been? Have you been eating grass again? I've brought me sandwiches and I've brought me chocolate biscuits. Brought me me oranges. So I can stop and have a bit of a picnic. And the reason why I've come up so early is, like I say, so it's not blazing hot and he won't be puffing and panting after a walk because it would be too hot. And I'd have to just go back to the car and tell him to lie down in the back of the car and open up the windows, which is not really getting out and getting a bit of exercise, which I've come to do. All these trees have been chopped because they've been across the pathway here, obviously, so they've cleared it. I wish they'd do this at where you go to Davidson's Lynn, up where I live in